We like to build up all the anticipation.
Wait for it.
Let's say hypothetically that I don't know anything about fly fishing.
Yeah, right?
It was like this instant 8-way man crush.
I'm on the fence.
The time we've been doing this podcast, I've never seen Uncle Buck perk up his dolphin procreation. Like you just flipped up out of your chair.
Yeah, he just blew out his blowhole.
What you talking about?
And that's pretty much my dream coming true, is to actually meet you guys.
Yeah. Well, I'm the humblest guy I know.
Humble. Work and do trade shows in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. You meet some pretty wild guys.
You blew it! I'm the worst PR person ever. Fire me.
Day 6, guys. We're down here in the Outfitter Hall, finally. And I know we're going to spend all day Saturday and Sunday here.
Yeah.
But we wanted to come talk to Chris first from it's Backcountry Hunters and Anglers. I want to get it right.
Correct, yep.
I got you. Will's with me. He come off work. What do you think?
Oh, my gosh. I've been waiting to talk with these guys because they're doing some really big things and across the United States, and now they have a presence in Pennsylvania. So
we need that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Chris, tell us a little bit about what you got going on.
Okay, well, Backcountry Hunters and Anglers was founded in 2004 in Washington State, out west, by a couple guys sitting around a campfire that decided there needed to be sort of an umbrella organization that would wrap up, cover all hunters and all anglers and take on the public lands issue and make sure that public lands stay in public hands so that we can hunt and fish now and in the future, and that our kids have a place to hunt and fish. It's public land.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of threats against public land across the country these days. So that's where the idea came from.
How does that work? Like out west, how does that work? How do we lose our land?
Well, there's a number of different threats. One is an outright loss, like an actual change of ownership. In the West, it's mostly federal public land.
Yeah.
There are people that want to take federal public land, which is, a lot of people think it's owned by the government. It's not. It's owned by us. It's owned by the people.
Yep.
They want to take that and turn it over to the states in some places.
Well, then the states can do what they want with it.
Right. And the way the states work out west, they have to turn a profit on that land. So what happens if something goes wrong and they have fire costs or they can't pull enough profit off it, they wind up selling it because they need to get out from under that.
And this is something that you guys have seen out west happen.
Oh, it's happened plenty.
Yes,
yeah, we tell that story all day long about how land has gone into the hands of the state and then winds up in private hands because the state has to sell it. And then what happens is the access is gone. So you can't hunt, you can't fish, you can't ride an ATV, you can't graze cattle.
Right.
People that make a living off public land too. We believe in multi-use. We don't want public lands to be just for us. There are places where lots of different uses are appropriate. And so it's not just an issue for hunters and anglers, but we're hunters and anglers primarily that are taking it on from the BHA angle.
How did this start, boss? How did you guys come up with this idea?
Well, I wasn't there. It was seven fellows sitting around a fire, and I think they saw a hole in the conservation groups that were operating in the West at the time. They saw a need to fill, and they sort of filled it. And what's happened since then is that BHA's done well, but it's really taken off. Like in the last 4 or 5 years, our CEO, Lan Tawny, came on, and Lan brought some energy. He's got a solid board behind him, and things have really taken off in the last few years.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I can. If you look on social media from time to time, you'll see the public landowner T-shirts, and I mean they're more and more popular all the time.
Yep. Yeah, because that message resonates with people, I think.
Absolutely.
And you say you're down here helping in Pennsylvania as well.
Yeah, I'm a Pennsylvania resident. I live in State College. So I am the Northeast Public Lands Coordinator for BHA. I'm a full-time employee. And my job is to help the Pennsylvania chapter and the New York chapters. We're a chapter organization like lots of other nonprofit orgs. So my job is to help them organize a little bit, fill out their ranks, and have them start pounding the pavement and working here. And we also have chapters in New England, Capital Region, around Washington, D.C., And so they need a little help too, so I'm starting to work with them a bit. But, we're here in the East because there's a lot of folks here that care about the issue. And most of not most, but some of our members, a lot of our members in the East hunt out West, and they've been out there to see it.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
They want to pitch in and help. And also, we're gonna work on Eastern issues too. It's not just about sending it West. We've got some things happening in Pennsylvania that we want to work on. Some things in New York we want to work on.
Especially in Pennsylvania, we don't need any less land for
That's
hunters.
for sure.
And outdoorsmen in general. I mean, but if there's listeners out there, a lot like me, like I'm intrigued. How can I help you? What can people do to come out and help Chris?
Yeah. Well, the best thing you can do to help, the future of hunting and the future of public land is to join any of the organizations. BHA is great. Obviously, I work for BHA.
Yeah.
But there's other organizations that are working to keep public land public too, like TRCP, other partners. Just join any RMEF, Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. Join any organization you can and pitch in, get involved.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people, and I used to be one of them, so I can say this, that I went out and hunted public land all my life and fished public waters all my life and used the accesses, and I never really thought much about how it came to be.
Yeah.
It wasn't an accident. And we all have if you hunt public land and fish public water, the more people we have helping out, the better. So get involved a little bit. If you want to join BHA, that's great. We have a lot of events coming up in Pennsylvania. We have opportunities to do boots on the ground work. The thing about BHA, I think, is somewhat unique in that area is that we do fun stuff. So we have hike to hunt challenges coming, where you get together with your friends and your buddies, and you put some miles on between June and August to get ready for hunting season.
Nice.
And while you're doing that, you're going to raise money because you'll have people sponsor you that pledge money to every mile you're going to do. And if you make your miles, you drop a couple pounds, you get fit, and then people pay a few bucks, and it comes to BHA.
Win-win.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So, and it's also fun. It's like-minded people together in the outdoors. Sometimes folks have a hard time with that. There's 5% of the population hunts. If you're in a room with 100 people, it's only 5 of you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of folks that want to connect. So hike to hunt's one way. We do pint nights, which are casual, fun events at breweries or other places. Just come and hang out, have a beer. We're working on some larger events, and then we're going to be at events like the Great American Outdoor Show. We'll be at Total Archery Challenge in Seven Springs this spring. We're going to have a big presence there.
Yeah.
And we'll also be at the Compton Big Game Classic in Pittsburgh the third weekend of March. So we'll be there.
Chris, how can I learn more about BHA? Where can I go to learn more, not only learn more if I wanted to become a part of the group or participate in some of these activities? Where can I go and find you guys?
Sure. The best place to go is backcountryhunters.org, and you can join there. You can see our events there. You can learn about conservation history. You learn about advocacy issues that we're working on currently. You can learn about staff. We have all kinds of information there. Another thing that we're working on, and I should tell you about this. There's something coming to Pennsylvania soon. One of my colleagues from Montana is coming. His name is Sawyer Connolly, and Sawyer and his partner Trey have started a program, the collegiate chapters of BHA, and the idea is to get college clubs set up under the BHA umbrella of young college students that hunt and fish or want to hunt and fish. So that's coming east. Sawyer's coming out here this spring. We're going to talk to students at Penn State. We're going to talk to students at Cornell in New York. And I'm not sure.
Where was that when we were in college?
I don't. They didn't have anything like that when I was there. Actually, I'm pretty sure I got in trouble for trying to fish in the fish fountain down at our college.
Right.
There wasn't anything. There wasn't protecting anything when we were in college.
Catching goldfish out of there.
Yeah. Actually, we had fun. We caught a few nice channel cats one night and put them in the fountain down at that just to mess with the college guy that you always cleaned the fountain because he was fun to mess with. But luckily, they lived forever. They got back to the creek. But it was a good time to sit and watch him and go, he's got to get them 3 big channel cats out of there. He was a good dude.
Oh, nice.
But altogether serious though, our land's precious, and once you lose it, you lose it.
Yeah.
And that just can't happen. So I'm really proud of you guys. Thank you so much for everything that you do.
Great.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Especially, and here in Pennsylvania, unlike other states, we have a situation where there's a large population, and those lands are extremely precious. To your point,
Every corner of those lands can be precious sometimes. Yep.
Yeah. So thank you so much, guys.
Thanks. Thanks for
doing
having
what
me.
you're doing, Chris.
Come down here to the 4600 Owl in the Outfitter Hall, too, and ask Chris if you have any questions if you get down here to the show.
Yep. Come see us. And
Thanks, boss. I appreciate it. All right, guys. We're down. What hall is this, by the way?
West Hall.
This is the West Hall. And what booth are you at?
4002.
And I'm talking to Seth from Can Cooker. Seth.
Hey, appreciate you, Uncle Catfish.
Yeah, buddy. Buck's with us. Buck.
Uncle Buck. It's always a pleasure seeing you.
Always good to see you, Seth, and the Can Cooker here.
You've eaten out of this thing. Captain Mark has cooked us some amazing stuff. I'm really excited to talk about it because one of the guys here at Can Cooker just showed me that you can actually make apple crisp in it.
And you can do about anything.
I hear it.
The cool deal is you can do about anything, anywhere, in less than an hour.
Yeah.
No grease, no oil, no frying. What it does is create a convection oven environment with steam, with no pressure. It all come about, I grew up on a farm ranch in Nebraska. My grandparents used to take an old cream can, milk can, and cook in that. Put corn on the cob, potatoes, carrots, cabbage, onion, kielbasa sausage, throw in a 6-pack of beer, a couple sticks of butter, and in 5 hours it was done.
Oh my God, you're talking my language. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was great. Nobody had to cook, right? The two big pains for making a big meal is somebody doing all the cooking, and then 3 people doing all the cleanup.
Yep.
So when we'd be out branding calves, my granddad would take and load it up. The women would vaccinate ear tag. The men would rope, brand, castrate, and us kids would wrestle. So everybody had a job to do. Nobody could be back in the house and make a meal.
Yep.
So it kind of did its own thing off to the side. To make a long story short, we ended up changing it quite a bit. Number one, with the material. Cream can wasn't ever invented to cook with. Number two, the design kind of still stayed to the regular shape of why it worked, how it worked with that inside shoulder is definitely key to why it does what it does.
Yeah.
So we made it smaller, portable, and instead of 4 to 5 hours, now we're done in less than an hour anywhere on medium, low heat.
Yeah. And Seth, you actually came up with this, like you said. How long ago do you think how long ago was it born? Was this Can Cooker born?
8 years ago.
It's been 8 years now.
Yeah, the first year we never even took it to market. It was all getting the production done. Then that was 2010, 2011. We ended up taking it to a couple shows, consumer shows, and exceeded demand of what we could make. And then
how long have you been here at this show?
Oh, shoot, we're 18, so it would have been 2012, about 6 years.
Yeah, it's been a while. And this is, if you guys come down to the Great American Outdoor Show, you can't miss it. Not only looks amazing, it smells amazing, and everybody stops at this corner.
Yeah, we're cooking. I think we went through already close to 500 pounds of just potatoes.
Dang.
I mean, we're cooking in here all day, every day, giving away the free food to everybody who stops by. We're doing everything from our favorite meal, which is the potatoes, carrots, cabbage, onion, kielbasa sausage. But now we're using a can of Mountain Dew. Ours, so it went from a 6-pack to now 12 ounces and 5 hours to less than an hour.
Really?
Yep. So your only differentiation of your time is once it starts venting steam, 40 minutes. So we got 3 different sizes, but still no matter which size and how full you have it, 12 ounces of liquid, and once it starts venting steam, 40 minutes. You don't shake it, stir it, turn it, nothing.
Just put it on and forget about it.
Yeah, man. It doesn't get any easier than that. Nobody's got to cook.
Yeah.
And we haven't even touched on the best part. Nobody's got to clean. Once you're done, let's say we're out camping, tailgating, whatever, even in the house, backyard. When we're done, we empty it out, add about 1 inch of water or a bottle of water back to it, bring it back to a steam, so you have to put it back on your heat source.
Yep.
Bring it back to a steam 5-10 minutes. Beans, it creates that convection oven environment. Steam rises, hits that inside shoulder, creates that convection oven environment, basically recycles the steam.
Yep.
Steam cleans the inside. You aren't going to get anything to sanitize, disinfect, and clean better than steam.
No.
Yeah.
So not only does it clean itself, do you ever have nothing actually ever sticks in it that way? If you're steaming it, you can't have anything actually stick in it. You have to scrub it out.
Yeah, I'm not going to say you can't have anything stick. The only way is if somebody'd forget to put the liquid in or have it on too high of a heat source.
Burn it.
That's what we say, medium low. So then we came out with an accessory rack. Let's say you want to take it out and put it on a campfire or something you can't control the heat.
Right.
Put the 2-piece accessory rack in the bottom. Lifts everything off the bottom a half inch. Therefore, nothing can touch the bottom.
No, that's
can't
perfect.
Stick, can't burn.
Nope.
And you have them on these. You have them on little one-burner outdoor propane stoves.
Newer product for us. All our products are patented. The cans, design, use, and utility patent. If you know more, please let me, and we'll get that. Multi-fuel burner. It runs the only burner patented to run either off of butane or propane. Comes with a hose regulator to go to a green standard 1-pound bottle.
Yep.
Or you can use butane inside. Automatic ignite, no matches, no lighter, doesn't get hot on the bottom. As you can see here, we're cooking on these cloth tablecloths all day, every day. Use it literally anywhere, and you can use it for anything. You can put 2 of them together, put a skillet on it. Put any pot, pan, can cooker.
So
super easy, convenient.
You've thought of everything, man. Now, if we could just get the potatoes to peel on their own.
Yeah, that's the best part of the potatoes, that skin, man. All the nutrients, vitamins, minerals.
Gotcha.
It's good and good for you.
Yeah.
You got your own seasonings.
Yeah, all natural, no MSG, and gluten-free.
Oh, man. Garlic, butter, salt. He's got onion, pepper seasoning, and the original Creole. Oh, man, this sounds good right here.
Yeah.
I can't
Good and good for
imagine
you.
that shrimp wouldn't be amazing in this thing.
Phenomenal. So we actually have 5. An original all-purpose Creole, butter, garlic, onion, pepper. Even take it a step further, you can see the planks right there. Quad fold design. It's basically a cutting board. So we had a large cutting board in the house. Where do you keep a large cutting board? It's either alongside your fridge, up on top of it.
Place
I'm
you don't want to
vertically
go get
challenged.
it. Yep.
Yeah, it was never convenient to go get it to use it. So I'm like, man, just think if you could fold that up and put it in a drawer and be right where you need it. So like on that smaller one, you unfold it, lay it on a flat surface, it's perfectly flat.
It's handy as anything.
So now you chop up some vegetables on it. Oh, you got to move them to a pot, pan, can cooker. Now you can use it as a funnel. Dump it right in there.
Yeah.
Fold it up, throw it in your pocket, tackle box, drawer, right with your knives.
This is brilliant, man. I didn't even know what this was sitting here till you told me about it. But now that you say that,
you got to ask questions.
Yeah.
Man. What do they say? There's no such thing as dumb questions.
Nope.
Just dumb people.
Absolutely.
Take this out fishing with you. Clean your fish right on.
Well,
absolutely. Tackle box.
You knew it. That's the first thing I thought about was putting this on the boat and using it for.
So let's say you don't need that big a space, but you got this one in the boat. Fold it over. Use the backside.
Yeah.
The neat deal is now you got this all messy, slimy, whatever. Oh, your fishing rod's going down. Fold it up. All the outside's clean. Throw it in your pocket. Put it on the floor of the boat.
Yeah.
It's clean on the outside.
Dude, that's awesome.
It's one of the few to float. It's actually made out of over 50% recycled milk jugs, so stain and odor resistant, and to lighten your guys' carbon footprint up a little bit.
Thank you.
Absolutely, we do.
A huge one.
What I'm excited. Like I said before, like the apple crisp made me excited when I asked about it. Do you have any other desserts that you make in it?
Oh, anything from cakes to cornbreads to blueberry muffins. Our recipe of the month, if you want to hit our Facebook page and like that, or sign up on our website. We do recipes of the month. The last one was here in February was, what was it, a red lava earthquake cake.
Oh, man.
So like a red velvet cake mix, and then we made this lava sauce all in the can in about 20 minutes. So
we might have to stop here soon because I think that mic's going to start malfunctioning.
All right. Thanks, Seth.
Hey,
Seth,
I appreciate you guys.
it.
Always enjoy having you out here, and thanks for giving us a little love.
Always.
Check out cancooker.com.
Keep cooking.
Hey,
I'll be by tomorrow.
Full steam ahead.
Hey, I see what you did there.
He's got 4 outfits for tomorrow when he comes by.
Yeah, I got to choose my outfits.
Right. Just stop by. We'll give it to you.
I'm teasing you. All righty, guys. Rig 'em weedless.
All right, guys. I am Uncle Catfish. With me is Buck and Sean Holsinger from Holsinger's Fly Shop.
Hey, everybody.
You know the drill. Rutten River is here on day 6 of the Great American Outdoor Show. In Triple Toe, we're here with Lee, and they're out of Pennsylvania. Lee, been here for multiple years.
Yep.
Tell me all about your call company, boss.
All right. Well, I actually started the company 6 years ago. I got a patent on a turkey call, and from there, just expanded it more and more. So we have friction calls, box calls, mouth calls, pretty much anything to do with turkey. We manufacture goose calls, duck calls, predator calls, deer calls, apparel, whole deal.
Yeah, yeah.
A little bit of everything. And good thing about being here at the show, we actually hand tune everything for people that come to our booth, so it's customizable right to the person, so it's not just randomly.
Nice. Yeah, and I've been around to talk to some of the other call companies. It's hard to do this. It's hard to be friends with when you put all you guys in one little hall. But you know what? It's really cool to see what little differences all you guys make, and I haven't actually seen that one yet. So, 4 years here at the show. This has been a pretty good year, although once again on Wednesday, like every year of the show, it did snow and rain and ice yesterday.
Tradition.
But have you guys seen like a good crowd at your booth this year?
Oh yeah,
Good
yeah.
year?
Even the days that were supposedly not supposed to have many people, we still had a decent amount of people at the booth. And
I thought Sunday for the Super Bowl was pretty good, actually.
Yep. Oh yeah, Sunday was probably our best day yet.
Yeah.
So
what's been flying off the shelf this year?
Our goose calls are probably by far our best product. I would say, just easy to use, and you can do anything from. I mean, we have guys blowing them for competitions even, and we usually are just killers. We like to shoot and hunt everything. But
absolutely. What's your favorite thing to hunt, Lee?
It's tough to beat a spring gobbler, but I'm pretty into goose hunting as well. So.
Are you? Big waterfowl hunter too.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
You got any bucket list hunts before? I mean, you got a long way for your bucket, but you got any bucket list hunts?
Not really. I kind of am just loving PA and New York. I've traveled to hunt. I've done a lot of big game and a lot of waterfowl hunting around the country, and I kind of just like being home.
Yeah. I'm excited. We have a guy coming up to talk to him tomorrow that just went on a Marco Polo hunt, and I can't wait to hear that story because that sounds like a long way to go. And a lot of hassle to go on a hunt. So that sounds.
And there's got to be a story or two behind that one.
Oh, no doubt.
No doubt.
I'm going to tell him that I know a guy, Lee, that has a Marco Polo call. We got to start working on that. To call him down off the mountains.
Get some of that working for you.
Yeah, boss. You guys have anything that you saw here? Other vendors that were interesting to you guys this year?
I mean, there's a little bit of everything. You can find pretty much anything you're looking for. I'm pretty simple when it comes to stuff, so I don't really need anything. But if there's anything you need, it's probably here.
I say that same exact thing every year. I tell my wife, listen, I'm not going to buy anything this year. I don't really need anything.
Mm-hmm.
I've spent like $600 already on stuff that I don't need, but I saw it and went, I need that. I have one, but that one's nice. Yeah, absolutely. Before long, hopefully, we're going to make our way around this outfitter hall. Lee and Triple Toe Calls, they do great work. Come see them down here at booth. I don't see it. It's in the 3600 Al.
Yeah, we're in the East Hall.
I believe.
Yeah.
3612.
I think that's it. I'm not sure.
Well, you'll see them. You'll see them down here. And make sure, can they find you on Facebook, Instagram, things like
both.
that?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Triple Toe Calls and Triple Toe on Instagram.
Yep.
Website.
Can they jump on your website? They can jump on your website and order any of this stuff. I take it as well.
Yep.
Guys, go check them out.
Rig 'em weedless.
I figured.
Hey, folks, we're at the Great American Outdoor Show down here in Harrisburg, PA. I got Mark Brubaker with me, pro staffer for Mountain Hall Game Calls. My right-hand man, Gerald Foster. And we're having a lot of fun selling calls this week. How about it, guys?
Absolutely.
I mean, it's been a great week so far. Gerald's been selling mouth call. He's a champion caller, and we are the oldest game call company. I know you guys hear me say that all the time. We've been here 36 years.
That is amazing.
Yeah, we're the oldest game call company in the show, and we owe our customers a big thank you. How about it, Gerald?
We do. We've been here a long time, and every day of the show, it seems like we have 3 or 4 of the people that have been coming for 30 years to see us. It's been amazing.
How about yesterday? We had all that snow, and I thought, well, it'll be slow today, and we still had a banner day.
We had a great day.
And people just come to see us. I always say if we weren't here, there might be a death threat on our life. Like, where are you guys?
Absolutely. They come looking for us every year.
It would be like if they took the friggin' milkshakes away from us.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I think Mark bought me a milkshake the other day.
Yep.
Don't tell my wife that because you know what? I'm not supposed
you
to have
just
any.
did.
You're not allowed to have those. That's correct. Yeah.
But yeah, if people want to get mouth call, we have deals on latex calls, 1 for $6, 3 for $15, 5 for $20. The pro calls are 1 for $8, 2 for $14, and then you can get
3 for $20.
3 for $20. So you won't buy calls cheap. Box calls are on sale. The friction calls are on sale, and it's a fun week for us. We just love to come down there. We have a crock pot going in the booth. We have Sloppy Joe. What do we have today? Sloppy Joe Man, which is venison, right?
It is a great week. It is a great week. We come every year. It's just like you're one big family in the industry. You see everybody, and you catch up. But another thing, Ken, we gotta hand it to our pro staff.
Oh, our pro
Without
staff.
them, we couldn't do this. They're amazing, and they come from all over.
And
What's
I
that?
I said I totally understand that one.
yeah.
I come out here and talk to everybody, but without these guys doing the social media aspect and wheel editing and doing all this stuff and keeping contacts with people, like I just show up and talk. Other than that, I'm out hunting.
Sure.
So.
Amen to that.
We have 35 pro staffers, and Phil Mayhaus here all week. He comes down for 9 straight days. Jeff Rawson just pulled in this morning. He's here for the rest of the show. He actually came down and helped us set up the booth. The guys, Dwayne Horst, Mark, a bunch of guys came, put the wall up. They do it's stuff. I just can't do it all, and we just appreciate them so much.
Absolutely, and these guys are taking their personal vacation to come help us do this show every year,
and to see the customers that they talk to every year.
You guys, this isn't just a show for you guys anymore. This is a tradition and a part of your life after this.
Exactly.
One.
Absolutely.
Like you would be sad if you didn't have the show to do.
Exactly.
We were telling the NRA the other day, thank you so much for helping us build this back up, because that 1 year that we didn't have it, a lot of guys looked around and was like, what?
Yeah.
This has been a part of my life since I was a kid, and I don't know what's going on.
The 1 year that we didn't do it, though, we were, I think, the 135th company to boycott that year, and it just showed what the power of the people could
Amen.
do, and what this industry really stands up for in our gun rights and the hunting that we do. And so it was neat, I think, to see. It cost us a lot of money, but I would do it again in a heartbeat. Not that I want to do that.
The NRA
but,
actually
we're proud
said
of
that it had to happen, and it is right.
It did have to happen.
If you wouldn't have fixed something properly, you got to break it down first.
Exactly. So Mountain Hall Game Calls, we're a part of all that, and we want to keep that tradition up. We hope everybody gets down. If they don't, they can go to our website, mountainhallgamecalls.com. Everything ships from where I grew up in Altoona, PA. So I am a Pennsylvania boy, even I live way up in northern New York.
Altoona boys.
Amen.
That's what I'm talking about. Yesterday, though, was we were a little bit slow because of the weather, and one of the highlights of our day yesterday was that the Jarrett Renninger was here with One Wish Foundation. Mark Brubaker's a part of that. You're on the board there, Mark. We want to share a little bit about One Wish. We're heavily involved with that, and I love being a part of that. So we do a number of things, and some of the proceeds from everything that goes on at Mount Hall actually goes to the terminal kids. Mark, why don't you share a little bit about
Mark's
that?
Mark's a huge part of One Wish.
Exactly.
Yeah, what we do at One Wish Foundation, we take kids with life-altering mental, social, and physical disabilities out on outdoor adventures of a lifetime. So what's nice about it is everything's in the outdoors.
Yep.
And it's all evolved around the families, and everything all together has come together and we actually go with them.
Yeah.
We don't just send them on a vacation. From the time they get picked up to the time they come home, they're with us. So.
And not only the child, but the whole
Absolutely.
family.
The whole family goes.
And
Really?
One Wish
Yes.
pays the whole. I mean, even I've seen where they've had to take the dad out of work, and they actually paid the companies so they wouldn't lose that time he's away, and paid the family as they've gone. Who was the young gentleman that you guys took deer hunting this year? That was so cool.
It was Andrew Schlegel. He had some issues going on, and we took his whole family out to Wicked Ridge Outfitters out in Ohio, and he got to kill his first deer. And I'll tell you what, man, it'll change your life real quick.
I completely understand. I have a double amputee father that I bought a special wheelchair for this year, and we got him back out after 2 years, and he actually got to knock down 2 does this year.
Oh,
That's awesome. That's awesome, bud.
I spent my entire hunting season not hunting, but with Dad driving corn out and setting up spots for this chair, and to watch him harvest those 2 does this year was better than any 200 class buck I could have ever shot myself.
Yep.
Amen to that.
I don't know about you, but when we participate and help out, we're just a small part of One Wish, but it makes me feel so good inside. Better than shooting any gigantic running buck that I'd ever get, or a whitetail, or turkey. I can't even sit there when them guys are doing their live stuff while they're doing it, and then they put out the show. I know you guys would probably laugh a little bit, but I start crying. It's
Trust
overwhelming.
me, we do too. You learn to buy a good pair of sunglasses so you can only see the tears from the cheek down. So.
And honestly, this year you're right. When I was driving the corn for a couple days, and the farm on this side shot, the farm on this side shot, I was by myself trying to help Dad. You can't make the deer go in a second.
That's right.
But when I finally heard his rifle go off, and I walked down up to him, and he said, "I got one. She's laying down there." I did. I started crying.
Yeah.
Like, it was so powerful.
Yeah, and the other thing with One Wish, we make an age exception for our wounded veterans as well. So if anybody knows anybody with children having issues that want to get involved in the outdoors.
Yeah, where can they find that at?
On our website, it'd be onewishfoundation.org, or you can go to Facebook. We're on there. You can like us on Facebook, and anybody can comment. You can also print the applications off, send them in, and say that you've heard about it on this program, and then I'll know where it came from. Because I'm actually the one that handles those applications.
Gotcha,
so.
And that's Mark Brubaker, everybody.
Yep.
Of course. Yep. Well, we appreciate you guys coming over to see us. Come see us every year you're here.
Oh, we love it.
Rotten River Pursuits always comes, and we do a live cast with you guys. It's a lot of fun and get to share what's really going on. And folks, if you haven't had a chance, get down here to the Great American Outdoor Show in Harrisburg, PA. It is the largest retail show in America. And we would love to sell you some calls, but if you don't want to buy calls, just stop by and say hello.
Stop and talk to our pro staff. They're amazing. They're wonderful. We have a wonderful group, you guys.
And the best part about the Rutten River is that you don't have to look at us. They can just listen to us.
I say that all the time. I'm glad this is only audio. Yeah. Thanks, boss.
Hey, boss, we appreciate Rutten River Pursuits. Come down, see us at the show here with
Hey,
Mountain Hall
this
Game
goes
Calls.
a lot easier when Will's not around.
I paid him to say that.
Will's unfortunately working today in the hospital, and it's bothering him. He wants to be here real bad.
Oh, yeah, we miss you, buddy.
We do miss him. Yep.
I just can't wait to tell him I walked around and stole all the good podcasts while he wasn't here.
Yeah, there you go.
Come down here and see Mountain Hollow, guys. They're great. All right, guys. We're still down here in the East Hall. We talked to we were just over there talking to one of the call companies, and they're local from Pennsylvania. I have Ed here and Billy from Hero Outdoor Products. Are you guys from Pennsylvania too?
No.
Catfish, I'm Billy, and Ed here is the general manager for Hero. I actually, I'm not employed by the company. I'm here as a guest. Ed and Riley are great dudes. I do some film work with.
He's one of our personalities.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
He's a personality.
But
dude, he is a personality.
That's all they got me for, too.
Catfish is our personality.
That's our personality.
Yeah. Dr. Duck is Dennis Luzier. He and I have been duck hunting on public lands for 20 plus years together.
Gotcha.
Just he and I. We did some film work the last few years and have been very fortunate and blessed to have some great opportunities to kind of start traveling and finding some other public grounds to hunt. And Hero is a relatively new company in the outdoor industry.
Yep.
And they're gracious enough to give us an opportunity to work with them. At some point during last season, this was our first full season together, and I guess Hero's now, 13 months in as far as decoys?
20. Well, decoys was the first thing we had, so we're almost 2 years into that. We just keep adding stuff along the way.
And Dennis and I are just, we're from East Texas, Tyler, Texas. We're halfway between Dallas and Shreveport.
Yeah. I know where you're at. One of my guys were just down that way duck hunting.
So it's not really duck capital of the world, though. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's been a good fit. Family. We like to call it family.
We like to call it brotherhood. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I completely understand.
Yeah. So it's been a good fit for us, and we've enjoyed using their decoys, and along the way they've introduced a whole bunch of other outdoor type products that are handy from camping to, and I'll let Ed talk more about that.
So when we started talking about this, we didn't want to just be tied down to we didn't want to be called a decoy company. We wanted to be an outdoor company. So when me and Riley put this business plan together, it was to have every aspect of the outdoors, and we've slowly added everything. And the last thing we did was Riley's like, I want to get into camping. What can we do that you can
Absolutely, that's huge. Yeah.
Man, everybody's carrying around these tumblers, and everybody makes coffee.
Yeah.
They make it on open fire, and they port that. So Riley sat down and made a sketch and invented the tumbler coffee drip. So we just keep adding stuff to it.
Make sure you take pictures of this too. So if the guys that are listening to this, jump on to Rutten River Pursuits Facebook page and Instagram, and we'll have a picture of this for you this morning so that you can see what Ed's talking about.
So what it is, this thing will fit and this is the innovative. We were talking about innovation last night.
Yep.
We've tried to do innovative things with every aspect of the outdoors. This is probably the biggest one. It'll fit a 10, 20, or 30 ounce tumbler, reusable filter, slow drip, and it looks cool too.
It is cool.
Won't ever come off.
It's handy. Hunting public, it's even something that I've added to my bag. When you're out like Dennis and I, you're well aware, the birds aren't going to come to you, especially with public land hunting. So, we may be here one day and we find birds over here scouting, so we move. It may be 4 or 5 hours.
The X moves around, yeah.
That's right. And so, a little coffee once in a while on the road ain't a bad thing.
And I don't know how many guys that I've hunted with in the past, just here in Pennsylvania, that are like, man, I got to get out of my layout and go to Rudders and get a cup of coffee. Like they
we
can't live without
We
it.
have a burner in the boat. We just boil coffee right in the boat.
Yeah.
Boil the water.
Pour it through that. Yeah.
That's perfect. What else do you guys have here?
Well, I mean, it's different, like the Tipo stepper. So we have a patent on that. And a lot of things. It started off in farm and like farm and fleet stores, and then the hunting world got a hold of it. And you'd be surprised how many guys you'll have, pheasant hunters, that are going through. South Dakota's where I'm from, and pheasant hunting is absolutely huge certain time of the year. I mean, you can't get a hotel for 2 months. But those guys are walking, 3-4 miles a day, and everything's fenced. Well, they started buying those, and that caught on fire.
That's very cool. It's an idea where you can put it on a fence post, the metal fence post, to run barbed wire on, to climb over, to step over the barbed wire without catching the fence. That's awesome.
some of those hunting britches get really expensive. So
Lacey still loves telling this story about when that electric fence zapped me right between them. Listen, my voice went from Uncle Catfish to like Miss Princess.
Miss Perch.
Oh my gosh, I was down for the count. It was rough. And that was a bolt.
So did you get back up and do it again?
Yeah, I tried. Threw the Mossberg right over top of it that time.
So, I mean, from that to bows, we just released our bow line this week, the
nice.
Commander. So we have the Commander, the Freedom, and the Glory. Goes from our low end to a really, really high end. The Broadheads, we released those at ATA. Rick Haney does our calls for us.
I did see you guys out at ATA. I knew you looked familiar.
We were at ATA.
Yeah. You guys have turkey calls here, goose calls here. I mean, if you come down here to the East Hall, stop in here at Hero, because you got a little bit of everything back here.
Yeah, nice selection.
And I tell you what, honestly, there's a lot of people here. You guys have the coolest shirts here too. Your design's badass. I'm gonna have to. Before I leave here, I'm going to have to buy one of those hats so people don't know because I'm going to be the only one to have it here in Pennsylvania, run around the goose field.
Hey,
I dig it.
What else is coming up for 2018, guys? We always like to ask what's in 2018 coming up.
2018, our big deal was the bow. We dropped that. We actually released it at ATA. So, I mean, that's our big push for 18. Next year, we're going to go back to a couple new decoys. I think we're going to have a floater goose next year. For 2019, we got the full body duck done, but that'll be a 2019 release. So
I got you.
Our big concentration this year was the bow, and then we came out with the poly call. So some of those guys don't want to spend $100 on a call. Guys that are just starting and learning how to blow.
Sure.
So we wanted to hit that, have something available for them too. Now we have a poly call that's not any less valuable in the field.
Yeah.
It's just something that guys that are just getting started can afford to buy.
And at the Pennsylvania show, that here at Great American Outdoor Show, there's a lot of guys that come through here with $100 in their pocket that really want to take something home.
Right.
And there's something here for everybody. But if you want to come down here and get a goose call, this is the hall to do it. I mean, you can run to all your big retail out stores and look at them and maybe try them. But if you get in this hall right here, dude, everybody's here.
I tell you what, so our first day here was Saturday, and we didn't think the goose call was going to be a big hit.
Seller, isn't it?
They were gone. We had Rick flying on Tuesday, we were scrambling to find every piece of tubing he could find to make more calls.
Well, that's it. I mean,
and I think we're down to 5 again.
Goose is big here. It's real big.
Right in this area?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, we hunt geese not 5-6 minutes from here on some of these places, because this is our backyard. And right now there is hundreds of thousands of geese in our area.
So I've been getting up and going to Gold's Gym over in Camp Hill.
Yeah.
And it's got that little waterway right behind it.
You see them all?
Man, when I walked to the truck the day before yesterday, when I got out of the gym and was walking back to the truck, that whole pond was black, and they just got me. I'm in Pennsylvania.
I'm excited to have you guys here. I don't really know if it was me or you, but from you guys going to ATA and then me coming here, I think either you brought the ice for me, because if you remember at ATA, right in the middle of the week, ice storm. Every year here, ice storm.
Yes.
Hey, I couldn't get in the trailer. It's on my I actually, it's funny you say that.
Did it freeze up?
man, we could not break into the trailer at all. And we had to break the ice off the locks, and we had to take screwdrivers and pry it open all the way around the door.
Look at that.
I was like, we're in Indiana.
Yeah.
But it was just a rain, and the minute it would hit your truck, it froze.
Yep, it was bad that day, absolutely.
And then I was looking at the weather because I drove over here from South Dakota with the trailer, and they said, oh, everything's supposed to be really nice. The day I got here, man, ice.
Yep.
Like everywhere I go.
I think we
it's
figured
ice.
out who it is.
I go back and stay in South Dakota.
leave Ed at home next time.
Ice follows Ed
That's
around.
why I don't mind traveling. It's just if I'm gonna leave where I live, where it's cold all the time, these shows should be down south, like in Florida. And
like in Honduras. Yeah. You're gonna go. Yeah. Ed and Billy's got to come down sport fishing in Honduras. You would love it.
Can you shoot stuff down there?
You can. Yep.
That's the only kind of fishing I do is with my bow.
Shooting. Yeah.
Oh, and that's actually our Freedom is our bow fishing bow.
Is it really?
So it has a switch where guys that bow fish they want a constant draw. You draw back. There's no breakover in valley. So you can flip this switch and it goes from actual hunting bow to a bow fishing bow.
Is it a nice shorter bow too?
It is shorter. Yep. In fact, Ariel must have grabbed it. It was sitting right there, but we'll show you when we can walk over there without the cords following us.
Yeah. No.
So
we can, but it's all good. It's a shorter axle though, so it's perfect for bow fishing.
Yep.
I don't imagine that these guys won't be back every year because now I'm going to bug them now that I see these T-shirts. But we really appreciate you guys coming out here. The NRA really has done a great job once again with the show. They keep making it better and better. And for letting us run around and talk to you guys, I want to personally thank them. And thank you guys for coming out.
Shoot, man, we appreciate you. I just, every day try and slip off the booth for a bit and see the place. And I mean, you think my first thought was, man, 8 days? 9 day show. What in the world is anybody gonna do for 9 days at a show?
Yeah.
I may need 23 or 24 days to see everything that's here, man. I mean, it's unbelievable.
We walk around and do our podcast every day, and I don't actually ever get to see anything. I mean, but we've been coming here for over 20 years. So
we had these guys flying yesterday, and they got here. They came to the show a little bit early and walked around. Well, Jerry come back to the booth yesterday. He's like, "Man, did you see that truck?" And I'm like, "Where's the truck?" He's like, "There's trucks in the hall." Like, I've been here for 6 days already, and I
didn't see any of the trucks.
I found 2 new rooms that we didn't know even existed, and then heard there was a gun room.
Yep.
Yes.
There's a whole. You know how we have archery hall where the Martin.
Right. Yeah.
I guess there's a whole nother hall that's all guns.
There's a whole. One of the biggest hall there is here is guns. Yep. Yeah.
You been there yet?
The gun hall's
be on
probably
my list today.
I didn't even know it was.
The gun hall's probably 8 times the size of this room.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's big.
All your major manufacturers are there showing their new stuff.
Yeah, so
a lot of tactical.
Get up there, and not to plug any one gun company, but you have to walk over to SIG and ask them to see their new pellet gun that they have. I picked it up. You can't, even holding it, you can't tell it's not a real AR. I told him, I said, dude, it's not a pellet yet. It's a silenced pellet gun. Oh man, it's mean. I loved it. So that was one of my hit list things. I told Lace we need to buy this.
Well, she's getting a $300 head.
Yeah, well, she wants these zebra pillows too. I found out they're $125. Thanks, guys. Billy.
No, man, I appreciate it. It's great to meet you guys.
And anybody wants to come out, man, we're more than welcome to have everybody.
3619?
Yep.
East Hall.
And if anybody wants to stop by and shoot the new bow, they can. We're partners with Martin, so Martin has our bows set up there in the lanes ready to shoot too.
Good. Love it, man.
Good. So
have a great show, guys. I'm sure we'll see you at ATA and here next year. Keep inventing, keep getting it out there. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it, brother. Thank you very much.
All right, guys, we're back. We're still down here in the East Hall. We're talking to a bunch of vendors, but one of my favorite places to be with Antler Ice. Sean, Bo.
How's it going, guys? Appreciate you stopping by.
Sean Holsinger standing here with us
here again too. Yep.
And listen, Antler Ice has been around for a while, and we've told people about it before. We get stoked about it. It's so different from anything else. Tell everybody about Antler Ice, like how they can get it and exactly how it started.
What Antler Ice is a frozen deer urine. So most of the urines on the market today are collected, put in a bottle, and on a shelf. They're not, they have preservatives in them. Urine being a bodily fluid, it will rot. So what we've did is, as soon as we extract the urine from the deer, we freeze it immediately. So the customers purchase it frozen, they take it home frozen, There's no preservatives in it, so it's the freshest, baddest attractant on the market right now. So.
And it's amazing because when you go into a retail store to get it, you actually are taking it out of the cooler.
Yes.
You guys have your own coolers at the retail store. Yep.
Yeah, so the coolers, and you can check it out on the website or our social media. You can see the actual freezer. It's wrapped real nice, real professional, all the prices on it, so it's sharp looking.
And because of the fact that you do that very fast. Once you extract it, it's frozen.
Immediately.
So when you take it out, you can't get it any fresher than that.
That's it. So when you actually go into a store and you open the bottle cap and you smell the Antler Ice, I mean, it smells like urine. It doesn't, hunters are misconceived that urine smells bad or smells rotten. It's not supposed to smell that way. So
yeah, it's funny. It's funny because do I dare say Trash Panda, his new nickname, Ryan. Ryan actually, he has this issue everywhere we go. He's like, I have to smell all the urine. We went to ATA and I'm like, dude, I understand, but you're smelling every urine in this place and you're walking around with me, Ryan. It looks a little funky now, buddy.
Yeah, you spill a little bit on you, you're going to draw some attention.
Yeah, no, but it's true because if you go, I've actually went and bought deer attractants before, just at your local retail stores, and some of that stuff can even be box lots from last year. And you open it up, it's not even the right color anymore. It's almost like a black coffee,
a dark brown.
Yeah, it's stained, and even if they put them in the dark glass, that doesn't hold true if sitting around like that. I mean, so. To be able to freeze it and get it as fresh as that is, I can't imagine. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. You guys constantly are videoing and proving this constantly that, dude, it's where it's at. The fresher, the better.
Yeah. And Bo actually has a buddy who did some testing on it.
Yeah, we, in Northeast PA, he put it against several other competitors' products, did a month trial run on it, and then had the results. And this is an unbiased gentleman that did this test run. And he said the Antler Ice absolutely blew away the results.
Everything else.
Yeah. And he actually, matter of fact, he took his buck that year, or this past year, off the Antler Ice.
Really?
So it's pretty awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah. How long? So you say it's been around for 11 years?
6 years.
6 years. I'm sorry, 6 years. Who came up with this idea? Who sat around and said, let's freeze it?
It was me, kind of. Yeah. We have another company that we were working with at the time and coming through and bouncing the ideas off each other, and just one thing led to another. And
doesn't that give you any? I mean, just coming from me personally, I would have had anxiety going, well, it's going to be hard to sell because we got to put freezers everywhere.
We're at a disadvantage. A lot of companies can manufacture a product, put it in a box, leave it on a shelf, and when you're ready to ship it out and whatnot. But these freezers we hand deliver to every store. We take care of the employees in the store. We give them a full training and education on it, and that makes a huge difference. So.
Absolutely. Well, that's amazing. I mean, the big hurdle like that would have scared somebody like me away from even doing anything. I'd be like, it's undoable. So the fact that you guys actually did it and carried it through is pretty impressive.
Thanks, man.
I mean, if you put that much into delivering it to us, that fresh and wanting to do it, that you leaped and bound all those hurdles, then the product itself is I can't imagine what you guys actually put into the product. So.
Well, the in-person presence is where you make or break anything that you do. And a handshake to me means a lot more than a text, email, phone call. And when I can be in front and talk with you about it and explain all details and answer any questions that you may or may have, that's where it's at, and that's where you build your relationships and longevity.
Yeah.
And you got a unique marketing approach to it too. Like your freezer with the wrap on and everything is great. I still remember the first time I walked into a gas station in New York and saw one of them up there, and that sticks in my head. So, I can remember and place that in my head and go back to that. So it's a great marketing ploy that over the other guys that just have theirs hanging on the shelf and it doesn't stick out to you.
It is a new concept to a lot of hunters, and once they figure out why you would freeze it and they understand the logic behind it, and then they try it, we lose very few customers. They try it and it works, and so it is growing pretty quick with that.
How big of an area are you guys in now?
Oh, well, we started right out of Buffalo, New York, south of Buffalo, New York, and a shop called S&S Taxidermy was our first store. So first year we had one store, and from there it has just been spreading and spreading and spreading. Bo's actually had some stores out in Missouri that carry the freezer now, all the way out to Missouri. We're in Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, so getting into more and more into the Midwest now. We have some stores as far down as Florida, even right now. And then online, for our online orders, our shipping, we ship all over the country. We even ship to Hawaii, believe it or not. They don't have whitetails out there, but for some reason they're buying it. So.
Well, how does that work? I want to order this. The guys can't come to the show to see you. You know, they don't maybe live in one of them states, but they want this. They're listening to this and they're like, I want to try that. How does that work ordering it like offline since it's frozen?
Yeah, we see that quite a bit because a lot of guys aren't going to drive 2 hours to a store if they don't have a dealer near them. So one of two things. If a guy's got a dealer that's near him that he'd like to see it in, if he wants to shoot us an email or a call and say, hey, look, I got a dealer near me, I'd like to see if you want to carry it in here. Or they can go right to our website, antlerice.com, order it right on the website. We do ship it frozen. It's a 2-day ship, so they'll have it 2 days later. We only ship Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays because we don't want it getting stuck in a post office over the weekend over a Sunday.
No, totally makes sense. That's another hurdle, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a 2 to 3 day like that. I mean, we made it all the way to Louisiana in 3 days. No problem.
What's big for you guys coming up on the hunting side this year? You got anything big coming up in 2018?
Yeah, as far as trips go, we got quite a few things actually. In 6 weeks, we're going to be in Greenland hunting muskox, which will be fun. Yeah.
No, I opted out. Negative 6.
I was going to say, who's dragging that hairy beast
It's
out?
going to be a cold one. Yeah, they pick you up from the airport in a snowmobile, so it goes to show what kind of hunt we're in for. But yeah, we got some nice ones. We're going to New Zealand this year for red stag. We're going to doing some mountain goat hunting up in British Columbia.
New Zealand's a tough hike too. That's going to be great. That's going to be great.
Yeah, so we got to get these skinny chicken legs in shape. So.
Now, I've hunted in Alaska. I was actually a packer in 1997 for an outfitter, and I remember what it was like to carry caribou and Dall sheep off mountains. I don't know what it would take to get a muskox out because, first of all, whatever packer you're going to have to sit there and skin that thing out, you know what, I would probably take him a pretty nice gift because I hear they're a smelly animal and they're huge. Because you're going to have to quarter it to take it out, I would imagine, unless they have some big snow machine.
I think they bring once you shoot one, they'll bring the snowmobiles out, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But,
that's going to be epic for you guys. That's epic. That's something that not everybody ever gets to do. That's a dream hunt.
Yeah. Why don't you come with us?
I would love to. I would love to. You opted out. You opted out. As long as I don't have to be the packer anymore, absolutely.
Why do you think I opted out?
Oh, guys, it's always a pleasure, Sean.
Thank you guys so much.
Appreciate
you guys.
Please, we can't wait. I mean, we don't say this to many guys here at the Great American Outdoor Show, but we're really looking forward to sitting down on a Thursday night to do one of our Sonic Campfire stories with you, where we get to sit down and talk more in detail, get to know you guys, and more about what you guys do, like more of an hour-long podcast where it's just us in the studio. There's no background noise, so that's going to be a real true treat for us. So.
Well, and we appreciate what you guys do. We appreciate you stopping by, and we're going to fire as many people to listen to this as possible. So.
And what booth is this again?
3806.
3806 down here in the East Hall. It's actually just come down. Look, listen for the goose calls. You can't miss them.
Right in the middle of it. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, fellas.
Hey, everybody. It's Uncle Buck. Got Sean Holsinger with me. We're standing here at booth number 3729 in the East Hall with the Goose Man, and he has a special guest today, Mr. Richard Shively, famous turkey call maker.
That's correct.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
Goose Man was telling us you were the champion turkey caller too, correct?
I'm a two-time Grand National Champion turkey caller, and that was in the largest contest in the world. That is at the NWTF, National Wild Turkey Federation convention held in Nashville, Tennessee. I won it in 04 and 06, and I haven't entered since.
Nice.
This is the largest contest in the world.
You decided to let somebody else win it, huh,
yes,
Mr. Shively?
Absolutely.
Exactly. You're being
how many times do you need to win that contest?
I've never done it, never even entered, so I couldn't imagine. I just picked up my first mouth call just the other day, so.
And you're a pro?
No, I'm not at all. This will be my second year of hunting turkeys, actually. This my Catfish's wife, Lacey, is my turkey guide.
Oh, good.
So she's slayed more turkeys than all of us boys.
I hope she has a good turkey call.
She's got a few, and she's always shopping too.
She might be able to find a better one right here, right now.
But what a day. Tell us about yourself, Mr. Shively, and what you have here with us today.
I'll just give you a little brief history of the Turkey Federation, if you don't mind. I'm one of the original founders of the National Wild Turkey Federation, the founder and first president of the Virginia Wild Turkey Federation, and I'm a life member. I've been making turkey calls, the scratch box, and the push pin for 39 years. I have them in every state in the union, plus 5 countries that I know of. I'm pretty well known in the turkey.
Sounds like
I'd say so.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
They call Rich Mr. Turkey.
Mr. Turkey.
Well, actually, they call me the legend. The people that know me call me the legend. I guess that comes with age.
You earned it. You earned it.
And I think you probably could call a turkey in or two now.
I've called in a few, yes. Hundreds. Maybe thousands. Seriously.
Do you have a memorable story from doing that?
I got so many turkey hunts. I got one here. Yeah, I got to tell you the story.
Please do.
It was kind of funny. I would like to caught it on camera. I was hunting with my friend in North Carolina. I spent the last 12 years of my life in North Carolina. And hunting turkeys down in the flatland sand is totally different than hunting up in the mountains. You got to deal with snakes, cottonmouths, alligators, and all insects you can think of.
You can keep them snakes down there.
Anyway, this particular morning I was hunting on the edge of a field, and I set the decoy up at the edge of the field about 30 yards from me. And I'm calling. I'm not hearing anything. But down there you got to have binoculars to turkey hunt. And I looked across the field, and here's a turkey in full strut. Well, he was taking his time coming over. He's coming over at an angle to my decoy. And finally, when I thought he was close enough, I shot. I missed. He went to the air, shot, missed. The third shot, he hit the ground, dust flying, hit a fresh plowed field, and dust went flying, and I'm up running after him with an empty shotgun. And he's going straight away from me. And I thought, well, you're going to get away. And I went ahead and took my barrel of my gun and hit him on the head. and literally knocked him out. When you shoot a turkey, you don't go down and pick him up because of the reaction, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you'll get the heck thrashed
many
out of you.
turkeys that I've killed, I never thought of it. I picked them up, slung them over my shoulder by the head. I do not carry them by the legs. And went back, and as I sat down, I had a pack of crackers and a drink, and I was sitting there, and the turkey's about 2 feet from me, laying away from me. He's getting up. And I grabbed a turkey. Historically has 18 tail feathers. Check them out.
Yeah.
They might vary, 1 or 2, not more. I had 18 tail feathers in my hand. He's run down through the woods, and I'm running after him. And anyway, he heads out to the plowed field again. He's getting away. And for some reason, he decided to take a hard left. I tackled him just like a football player. I said, now get up and run away. But that's the most hilarious hunt I've ever on.
He made you work for that one then.
Yes, he did.
A little bit of cardio.
It's probably a good thing you didn't have that on film.
Yeah, but that would have been something. The American Funny videos, that would have been, I'd love to seen that.
Sounds like the turkey made one out of you, Rich.
I got him.
Mr. Shively, we saw a product over in the gun hall. Now, out from Remington, their DMS series, and they have a magazine-fed shotgun, and they sell them in a 3-shot magazine as well. So you can switch that out real quick, and you wouldn't have to worry about hitting them with the barrel of your gun in the future because you can switch that magazine right in and out.
Well, my gun was empty, and I only carry 6 shells when I go turkeying. 3 in the gun, 3 extra. And the other 3 were in the bag. And I didn't have time to do anything like grabbing shells. But it was quite a hunt. I'll never forget that hunt. I still, at my shop, I moved now to West Virginia, and in my shop, people come in and said, what's those tail feathers? I said, that's 18 feathers from a turkey hunt in North Carolina.
Wow.
Well, I'm sitting here waiting to hear some music myself here, Rich.
Well, I can make this thing talk. Like I said, I've built them for 39 years. And I'm proud of my accomplishment. And all I will tell you, I have built tens of thousands of these. Okay, I'm going to...
Now, what do they call this? This isn't your typical...
It's a scratch box.
It's a scratch box, okay.
This is a scratch box, and a little bit of history about the scratch box. Back in the late early 1800s, is when it was first developed. It was called a gun stock call. And in those days, they used the scratch box on the stock of the gun.
Okay.
And it was called a gun stock call, and I don't know at what time that it was called a scratch box. I don't know. But I don't run the scratch box like the average person does. I run the striker holding stationary in the box that I move, and I call towards me.
Well, let that baby sing to
And
us.
we'll cluck and purr and yelp.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I've actually made scratch box calls whenever I got out of high school. Made a couple and killed a bird with it too. But I didn't operate it the way you just did it there. I always would run the striker across the top like that.
Well, between my wife and I, we have taught thousands of people how to run the call the way I run.
Yeah.
If folks wanted to reach out to you, take a look at your game calls, how can they do that? Do you have an internet page?
They can go to superyelper.com. I've been on the internet for 20 years. I got a tremendous web page.
You were on there before Al Gore invented it, I think.
Or you can find a Goose Man at his booth, and we carry Rick Shiley's calls.
And how can our fans out there get a hold of you, Goose Man, if they can't make it down here to the show this week?
GooseManCalls.com.
You heard it here first, folks.
That's right. Tell us a little bit about what you got here, Goose Man, before we get out of here.
We specialize in whitetail and waterfowl. Our goose call is half the air and half the back pressure of anything on the market. Very, very easy to run if you follow the instructions. You kill birds with clucks and moans, guys. Clucks and moans, and it's superior with clucks and moans. Would you like to hear a little?
Yeah, let your call sing to us here.
That's goose call there.
And that's what you get them to commit and get down where we can reach out and touch them.
Anybody makes it down to the show here this week in Harrisburg, I can teach you how to run that call. You give me about 3 minutes, and I'll have you good enough to kill birds.
All righty. Well, fellas, we appreciate the time today.
Yeah, thanks for the time. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for your stories.
Yep.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Shively, Goose Man.
Thank you.
Thank you all very much. Best of luck during this show. And may we get an opportunity to do some shooting here.
That's right.
God bless you with his grace, guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Rig 'em weedless.
All right, we migrated over here to the fishing hall, got ourselves a little bit of stuff in our bellies, and we ran into Rob at Waterfall Lodge. Rob?
All right. Nice to meet you guys.
Straight out of Ontario, Canada.
Oh, well, not only Ontario, but guess where we'll be staying this June? Tyler Dunn is taking us fishing for my 37th birthday, whatever, I forget anymore. Anyhow, we're going to be staying with you guys this year. I'm so, in early June.
That's perfect time to be with us. You know, the fishing is strong. We're fishing for smallmouth, walleye, northern pike. Prime time for fishing. And I'm really glad Tyler's going to come and bring you to our place.
Absolutely. Rob and Kathy. Kathy, your wife runs this with you?
Yes, we're partners. We've owned this lodge for 11 years, and it's like our second career. And we had this opportunity to own a place like this, which is amazing in itself because of the opportunity that we have in this beautiful part of Ontario, Canada.
Well, Ontario is huge. So whereabouts are we going to be staying with you?
Okay, we're kind of in the north central part of Ontario, in between Sault Ste. Marie and Sudbury, Ontario.
I got you. Which I don't know where it's at yet, but I guess I will.
We're going to know exactly where it's at in about 5 months.
I think we're going to meet up with Tyler up in the Sault Ste. Marie area.
Yes.
Yep. So, and then I take it Lake Nipigon's quite a ways up, and we're going to be fishing back. So, are we going to be hitting you on the way back later in the week?
No, you're going to be coming down to Sault Ste. Marie.
Yep.
And then we're east of the Sioux by 2 hours.
Okay, good.
So it's just a simple 2-hour drive, and you're going to come through a little town called Spanish. You ever heard of a town called Spanish?
No, not in Canada.
In Canada?
I've heard of Mexico, Missouri. But
well,
there's Little Mexico here in Pennsylvania.
All right.
Yeah.
Now we have Spanish Ontario, Canada.
Yes, settlers way back in the day, Spanish settlers named a town called Spanish Ontario. It was an outlet for forestry in mining.
Yeah.
And that's how we got our name, Spanish. But now it's all Canadians speaking English and French.
Yeah. Tell me about your lodge.
Our lodge is located on a chain of 5 lakes, the smaller type lakes, but they're all connected. And we're the only lodge on this chain of lakes. And we offer waterfront cottages. We have 15 waterfront cottages with ranging from 1 bedrooms to 4 bedrooms. So we can handle small groups all the way to large groups, up to 20 people altogether. Okay. And then we offer meal plans. Okay. We're going to feed you like crazy.
I love this already.
We work up an appetite.
We like to eat, Kathy.
Yeah, Kathy and our staff are going to cook you up all these home-cooked meals, and you're going to walk out after dinner and wanting to go fishing, and you're barely going to make it to the boats.
We're going to need to loosen the belt notch a bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear me stretchy pants.
So since we're oh my goodness, he's just showing me the menu.
Looks
you
like-
got me. I'm there. We're leaving early. We're coming in April now. No, but so I'm going to officially do the Rutten River Challenge now that we're here, because I know Uncle Buck's coming up with me. It's this special occasion. I'm getting to turn 40. I get to hang out with Tyler Dunn on his birthday, my birthday, same day. I'm going to give Uncle Buck a handshake right now and say, when we're at your lodge, I'm betting $1 on the biggest pike.
Oh,
I'll take you on there.
Well, you already shook before I told you what it was. Now it's on.
It is on.
What's the fishing like in June, since we're coming up in June? Tell us about the fishing, what we can expect.
June is prime time for fishing, and we have a number of species. And yes, northern pike, because you're going to get blown away by northern pike, walleye, but check out our smallmouth bass.
Yeah.
We are open all year long for smallmouth bass fishing, promoting mostly catch and release at our lodge. But smallmouth bass fishing is you're going to go wild with the action of our smallies.
And I've heard some Canadian smallies can be as big as our largemouths in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
They got some big football-looking smallies up there.
Yeah, you're going to catch 1 to 3 pounders all day long, but 4s and 5s are common each day.
Really?
Wow.
And they're big, but they're fat. They're huge, wide footballs.
Yep.
Okay?
And they're so much fun to catch, too.
When they dance for you.
Yeah.
That's what I can't get enough of, the dance, the action. They are not boring whatsoever.
Pound for pound, I think they're some of the strongest fighting fish out
They
there.
are. That's what makes them such loving and adoring species to fish for. Walleyes in your lake?
Absolutely. We actually have a walleye program where we're raising little walleyes in our hatchery to replace walleye in our lakes.
Yep.
The smallmouth is so strong that they take over the lake, and of course people love eating smallmouth, or I'm sorry, walleye.
Yeah.
And so we're adding walleye all the time to the lakes.
Walleye is probably hands down one of the best fish in the world to eat. I love walleye.
It's top of the line for me, short of a nice thick slab of crappie out of the ice.
That white pearl eye on them that makes them look so ghostly, majestic. I know the first time that I saw walleye personally when I was young and my pap showed me one, I wouldn't have ate it. I thought that it looked gross with that weird looking eyeball
Really?
on it. Yeah.
And you know what, Catfish, I don't know if you know about this secret, but you know the best part of that walleye is right behind that eye, that cheek meat right there.
The walleye cheeks.
Yeah. And I'll cut them out if I'm really catching them.
I was actually going to tell you about
keep a bag of those and make walleye. I call them walleye nuggets.
I don't think the rest of the boys know that. So maybe we can edit this out. Me and you can share it and just tell them that that's no good.
That's no good. I'll eat them though.
At your cottages, do we have like a grill? Can we cook out?
Absolutely.
If we wanted to cook for ourselves?
Yeah, all our cottages all have full decks, and there's grills on top on the decks. Inside the cottages, full kitchens.
Nice.
Okay? So updated bathrooms. You're going to find there's a little more luxury in the wilderness when you stay with us, because our cabins are all well maintained, clean, updated, and you're going to be shocked when you come to a fishing lodge.
Sounds like we're going to be spoiled.
Yes.
This is only a teasing me, Catfish.
We got one of the best guides in the world to take us out. We're going to stay at one of the best lodges with looking at that menu.
Great hospitality.
Best food, best fishing. I'm not coming home.
I already know Kathy's going to fit in right well because she's already busted our chops about 3 times since we've stepped into this
I can't
booth.
wait. Now, I'm looking at pictures, and they can't see this, but I'm also seeing pictures of ATV rides and looking at the lakes itself. All these little docks, are all them little boats, is that part of your camp?
Yeah, we set up each cottage with docks in front of them.
Nice.
And we put your boat right in front of your cottage.
Oh, yeah.
And you can come in and out fishing as you wish. Okay?
Tell me about the boat.
The boats are 16-foot Starcrafts.
Oh yeah, I love those.
Yeah, they're fully outfitted with flat floors, swivel seats, fish finders, 25 horse, electric start, 4 strokes, Yamahas.
You can't. How can you have a better fishing machine for a lake? I mean, it's perfect.
Do we even need the lodge?
I don't know if I'm going to go back to the lodge.
Yeah, I can sleep when I'm dead. I think I'm
Kathy,
going to fish the entire
if we
time.
bring the drone and fly it from the boat to you, can we get our French toast and fly it back out? We don't want to leave fishing.
Yeah, just put a tray on it.
All right. We'll fly the Phantom 4 right back out to the boat. We don't even have to go back in.
Another thing I want to tell you guys is
service.
That's it.
I want to tell you guys about our ATV trips.
Yeah.
We do more lakes, and we hop on ATVs with a guide. We ride for an hour to these remote lakes, like fly-in lakes.
Really?
Okay. And we have boats there, and we go fishing for the day.
No, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Scratch it. That's what I want to do right there.
No, we're gonna let you guys do it all.
We
while
might
you're with
need
us.
that 10 days now.
I don't know why we're going for 7. I said 10.
The only limit
now it's 12. I just made it 12. We're going 12 days now.
Well, you're looking at a beautiful part of Ontario full of lakes, and we have so many opportunities, lakes everywhere. Okay, so we do it all. We have the guides, we have a full-service lodge, we have the boats, we have the ATVs, and we have a great time while you're with us, man.
Do the pike hit topwater when you're up there in June?
Absolutely.
The topwater's that's what I want to do. I want a topwater pike.
Yeah, you're going to see pike coming towards your bait all the time, and the trick is for them not to turn. You got to get them to take your bait.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. We could maybe have a whopper plopper toad runner competition.
I hear it.
Off the top.
No, I love it. That's like it's on. It's on. Well, I'm taking the whopper plopper.
I'll take that new
Toad runner?
Toad runner.
Actually, no, we're switching. I want to try the Toad runner this year.
I'm using the Toad runner this year.
All right, sounds good
I'm
to
already
me.
locked
I can't
in
wait
on
to
it.
see this. This is going to be great.
Oh yeah.
This is Waterfalls Lodge in Spanish Ontario, Canada. Rob, we appreciate you talking to us, boss.
Hey, I'm glad you guys came over. Thanks for the entertainment. You guys are a blast. Look forward to you guys coming to our place.
Hey, and the entertainment's free of charge when we show up this summer.
It's going to be even better there because we don't have to be on our best behavior. All right, guys, you heard it. We're going up here in June, and we can't wait. We're looking forward to it.
Get on down here and book yourself a trip up to Waterfalls Lodge. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, Uncle Buck coming at you from the Northwest Hall at the Great American Outdoor Show. I'm standing here with Uncle Catfish. We're at booth 3520. That's the off-grid trailers booth. Guys,
bringing sexiness to trailers. Heck, I see.
Yeah, I mean, total eye candy. These trailers, I've been looking at them since last Saturday, Catfish.
I was walking through here to get out and podcast down at the pellet rifle range. I stopped instantly and went, I have to have that. Because it's hard. You're going to have to jump on our social media, jump on the Instagram. We'll send you a couple pictures of what I'm actually looking at. But I'm going to let Randy tell you more about what this is. So, Randy, what do you got in front of me here?
So what we've built here is a trailer capable of following most off-road vehicles. A Jeep is what we typically use. You can use a Toyota pickup or go full size, but the trailer is basically designed to camp off-grid anywhere you want to drag it. It'll handle taking it.
Oh, man, it's amazing. And it's got, there's tires that are bigger than the ones that are on my Toyota, too. It looks tough.
Yeah, I mean, this is not your StarCraft pull behind, folks. This is rugged terrain.
Let me just stop. Just the design pattern that you guys have on the side of it. Just what do we call that? The graphics kit, the wrap on it.
The wrap on it's just a camping theme, so it just kind of blends in a little bit.
It's so awesome. I mean, that's so much more epic than any other camper I've ever seen. It actually makes me feel like you guys put a lot of thought into that. It looks great.
They're on a 30-inch tires the way they come. We can go up to a 35-inch tire. It's an axle-less suspension, so you have open ground clearance under the entire trailer. It is fully self-contained. Other than your gray water, you can put that in a bucket and catch it or whatever, but everything else is there.
So you got a pull-out kitchen here. You got a pull-out sink and stove on the side. What's this right here?
That's a refrigerator freezer. So that's our Dometic fridge, and it also has freezer capability, so you can have ice cream while you're camping.
I see lots of storage inside of it too, and it's plenty. It's got a flat screen TV inside the bed.
Correct.
Oh, that's epic. Now, how big is the interior mattress size?
So the interior is a queen size bed. It's 58 by 80 inches. Memory foam mattress. We like to do the memory foam because you can sleep better when you slam the door and be inside. We do a heater option, so it's a 6,500 watt heater.
Nice.
Everything, like I said, everything you want in a trailer, it's in a small compact package.
I love it. I see the moonroof, and then right beside the moonroof, he's got a really nice rooftop tent on top of it. This thing's built like a tank.
I call that the penthouse.
Exactly. Mother-in-law quarters is what we call them.
Did I happen to see on the other side of this? Is it this model here? It has a instant hot water shower.
Instant hot shower, 25 gallons of water, so you can shower with the tent or in the exposed air, depending on what makes you happy.
What estimated weight is this trailer?
They start about 1,700 pounds. Loaded up, they're about 2,200 pounds. And we kept in mind the small Jeep tow capacity or Toyota tow capacity, so you can drag them off road.
I got you. How long have you guys been dreaming this up?
We've been playing in the market with our own other builds and doing things for about 4 years.
Yep.
This trailer came to fruition about 1.5 years ago, and we're just getting ready to go full production nationwide on them.
Nice. And I've seen trailers similar, like other companies that are making smaller trailers, and a lot of those. You'd have to see this in person, guys. It doesn't compare. This thing is. It will literally stop you in your tracks. You have to stop and poke your head in. If they stop me and are like, go ahead, climb in it, and I was like, oh man, I want to go in it so bad.
They have the built-in awning.
That's a huge seller right there. If you can get out of the sun down there, you can get out of the rain and still be outside sitting around. That's huge.
Even the detail on this, I'm looking at this storage rack here, and they even have a welded. What would you even call this?
It's a storage rack.
It's like a wood rack or a storage rack for your bins.
But they even have a design, a graphic design built in, welded in, as a punch out, with the same theme as the graphics package.
It's really nice.
All the little details to this trailer, you can tell that there's nothing forgotten.
You can take your own firewood with you now.
Yep, you can carry everything you need to go off grid and do what you want. This trailer is also woodless. There's no wood in this construction whatsoever, so it'll never rot.
Yep.
It's all aluminum frame with composite walls, and basically you're not going to rot this trailer out no matter where you drag it.
And if that's a little too much for you, if you don't need the in-law suite, you guys have other ones here.
Yep.
So a smaller version of it. Still is epic.
Actually the same size. It just doesn't have the tent and the awning on it. The boxes are identical.
So this is the same thing.
This is a Pando, same size bed. We do more of an internal galley on the back. So it's more of a teardrop style to where you can cook in the back.
Well, when you pull that up, it's got a full kitchen back here.
Yep, full kitchen, pull-out stove, sink in it. Again, the hot water, the instant hot water shower.
That's a huge seller to me. When we're down at the river,
just to wash off.
Yeah, when we're done kayaking and getting out of the river, just to rinse off is amazing.
Yeah, it makes the world of difference, and it keeps the girls happy so we can camp more.
Amen.
Well,
That's the bottom line.
When you're going to climb in here and go to sleep, it's nice to have all the mud off you. Absolutely.
Yep, exactly.
Randy, these are phenomenal, man. Where can they find him at down here? I call it the camper hall, but this is technically
the Northwest Hall.
Yep.
3520 is the booth number.
No, you got to get down here and see this.
I'm going to post some pictures up on our R2 Pursuits Instagram page.
Yep. Yeah,
for everybody to take a get down here. You got to get down here and check these trailers out.
We appreciate that. This is our USA debut. We're built in Canada, and we're just bringing them to the States. So distribution is going to start in Arizona, and then we're going to move nationwide into full dealer process.
Is this something? Where can they find you guys at?
So on the web at offgridtrailers.ca. Is where it'll start, and then you'll get redirected to my phone number, and we will distribute out of Arizona and get them out to the public.
I can't wait, man. There's 7 of us. There's 7 pro staff guys at Rutten River right now. At any given time, we have, an 8th floater that helps us out a lot. I think the 8th guy now has to kick in the extra 30% if we all share and buy one of these.
I agree.
But it's going to stay in my driveway.
I've got plenty of storage at my house.
No.
I know.
No.
I guarantee you'll have more fun with this than you've ever had in any RV out there.
Now, even this one, I could throw kayaks up there. Don't have to have a rooftop tent.
Nope. You can put an inflatable boat up there, bike racks, kayak racks. whatever you want. It'll hold. We've had 7 guys standing up there jumping up and down, so weight capacity is not an issue.
No doubt.
And these things, I mean, even to the diamond board, the diamond plate.
Oh, they thought of everything.
Yeah.
It's aesthetically beautiful for being a rugged camper.
It's an off-road trailer. It's got to look good. I mean, we like to look good when we show up. And we like to look good going home.
But
so.
I tell you what, you're going to feel good staying in one of these. I mean, it's like a little hotel room in the back of your truck.
What's impressive is you can still pull it with a 2-inch ball, it looks like.
Yeah, that's our basic setup, and then we do a full rotating hitch also. So the trailer can go 360 degrees and not affect the tow vehicle.
I love it.
Nice.
For some of these guys that have these really nice snorkel tube Yodas and stuff like that, you can take them.
Yep.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see this in the future, guys, sitting in my driveway. Randy, thanks, man.
Nice meeting you guys. Thanks for the interview. We appreciate it.
Anytime.